I went over there. It's retired. What else is he gonna do?
Happy Friday, Rangers Town. Welcome to the Ranger Things Have Happened podcast, installment 5. Lots to talk about. Great show lined up, by the way. We're all going to be saying what a show. I know it. I can sense it. I can feel it in my bones. You got Ricky here with us, as always. Alex, how you doing?
Oh, I'm great. The week was snowy, and I'm saying uncle officially with the fucking snow.
And you look very rangered out today for a change. That's
Yeah, you
nice.
know, got my Weebly blue shirt on.
Sweet new
Had to
threads.
purchase. Treat
We
myself.
have Dad Hat AJ.
It's not a dad hat.
That is a dad hat if I've ever seen. Although it might not be as big of a dad hat as Beano's.
Is that a Salt
right.
Life?
You tell us in the chat whose hat is more of a dad hat. Is it AJ or Beano? But AJ, how you doing? I digress.
Beautiful froze. I'm
No,
all right.
we
You know,
can hear you.
back
No, we
from
can hear
Florida. Hey, unhappy to be back from Florida. It is what it is. I brought the snow with me up by 95.
Yes, we
You
appreciate
got
that.
a little color.
Yeah.
And speaking of Florida, in the great spirit of things, there's Beano with the. Is that a window or a television behind you, Beano?
Oh, that's a window. You can see the sun's just setting now on the Gulf Coast of Florida, and I'm still in Florida, AJ. I didn't know you were back. I'm sad to hear that you're back in New
We
York.
took like half a trip.
And Bean, what's it going to take for you to try and fit yourself into that jersey behind you at some point during this show?
AJ, again, thank you for dropping off the jersey that I can use this week. But I did pack it specifically for this podcast, so I was preparing weeks in advance for this show.
Well, we missed you last week.
I listened. It was a good show, very good show. Did a good job. Carried it without me.
When AJ crossed the border into Georgia, Florida actually rose another couple feet above sea level. So,
Jesus.
I'm happy to do my part to combat the
that.
rising sea level.
Oh God.
Doing your part. Doing your part.
It's certainly been a snowy go of it up here in New York, so I don't blame you, Bean. Stay down there as long as you can.
I know it's rough down here. I think I got a little sunburn. I'm dealing with it, but I'll get through it. I will
a little
get through
aloe vera. You'll be fine.
A couple more cold drinks, a couple more days, and I'll be ready to come back.
Well, and we'll be better to have you back. But either way, despite the snow, we have some Ranger things to discuss. A couple games that happened this week. One not so great, and one not so great, but could have been worse. So if we're getting into the Rangers, first of all, I think we shouldn't move forward without talking about the injury bug starting to rear its ugly head with Jacob Trouba out. Keandre Miller's banged up. Panarin missed the game this week. He came back last night, thankfully. This is just what happens. The NFL's next man up.
Trouba is going to hurt them a little, but Panarin looked fine. He scored in the shootout with a sick goal, and the pass he was making, he looked fine. I think he's back.
But
But,
Panarin not playing those 2 games, it's he should be the MVP right now.
100%.
He may not be the best player in the league, but he is the most valuable player to his team, without a doubt, because they can't do anything without him.
And they never go by that. They always give it to the best player, not the most valuable
Which is
player.
stupid.
I don't know. In baseball, they always give it to Mike Trout, even though
He's pretty good.
I
But
can't
is
see
he the most valuable player to his team?
It took about 7 minutes for AJ to bring up baseball.
Fucking baseball. It was less than 7 minutes. We got talking about it too. And I engaged him. God damn it, AJ. Anyway, we played.
Speaking of baseball, cheers to Ricky Diffendale
Hey.
Why? What'd I do?
with his new 7-line contributor.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I saw your little blog.
Little guest blog today.
I saw
Beers
that.
with former Mets. I took some flack for putting Tom Glavine on that list, but he's a hockey guy, and I thought that'd be cool. Plus, I've seen Tom Glavine in action in a bar. You want to have a beer with that guy.
He looks like a booze bag. He's Canadian, right?
Anyway.
Is he Canadian?
He's from Massachusetts.
Look at the
Wait, I
doors
digress.
opening with this podcast. Look at the door. When is it? You gotta throw some crumbs to us, All these doors
One
open.
baseball thing. But anyway, thank you, AJ. Anyway, this past week we played the New Jersey Devils. who hadn't played since January. So you're thinking, well, I'm thinking to myself at least, oh, you know what? This is a team that you could pounce on early, right? The exact opposite happened when they pounced on us. Now, is this freshness for the Devils after a long layoff? Or is it the Rangers taking them lightly and being unprepared? I'll leave you to discuss. What do you think?
Definitely
Anyone?
the latter.
Jump on in.
Absolutely the latter. If you've ever watched the Rangers before, you know that's a game that they're going to lose, without a doubt.
I'm sick of losing to Lindy Ruff.
Shouldn't it be the opposite? Shouldn't it be the opposite every time? This should not be the history.
Were they even allowed to practice, the Devils?
I think they practiced
together.
The day before. The day before they
their first
practiced.
practice in like 2 weeks. So
I'm pretty sure
really,
that's correct.
Then I don't know, because they got.
But it's embarrassing.
Terrible.
And I know Panarin didn't play, Keandre didn't play. Kreider fought early in the game. Igor had a phenomenal first period. That guy's all the way back.
I don't know if we can say Kreider fought. He grabbed the guy's jersey, moved his arm around a little bit.
They did a little tango.
See, Mika was hitting to the boards, and I don't think it was a dirty hit. He just caught him at the wrong angle, and it looked worse than it was.
Well, McLeod was out for blood from the puck drop. He knocked Mika on his ass as soon as they dropped the puck.
You also would have thought, though, AJ, that a hit to the boards that wasn't severe might have knocked a little sense into Zibanejad, but that is yet to happen.
Something's wrong with him, man.
I think something's really wrong. He does not look good at all. Anywhere.
No. He's not strong on the puck at all, though. Last year, you couldn't knock that guy off the puck.
So then what?
Now he's just falling over. He can't. That one-timer, how many times is he shanking the shot?
Mm-hmm.
The stick breaking isn't his fault. He can't hit the net, and he has, even when he gets a shot off, he has nothing on the shot. Something's wrong with him. I don't want to speculate, but he did have COVID. I don't know if he didn't recover fully or he didn't. Also, no training camp.
Well, then he shouldn't be playing.
Early on, it was no training camp, COVID, still recovering. But now I think it's just in his head. That's it. They have to shake it up. Maybe put him on a line with Panarin. I don't know. But they got to do something because he's not the same player he was. And
he wasn't even on the power play yesterday. He wasn't on the power play.
Did he? Good. He wasn't jumping on the power play right now.
But then that's a problem when your best player is not on the power play.
But maybe that means
there's
message
something wrong.
He needs. Obviously, there's something wrong. He knows it. Quinn knows it. Everyone that watches these games knows something's wrong. We just don't know what it is.
I don't think they took him off the power play as a punishment because he's not playing well. By all accounts, he works harder than anybody else on the team, so they're not going to punish him. But at a certain
the power
point,
play hasn't been good to begin with anyway. So,
but if guys are playing better, like Capo Caco, he's playing better than Zibanejad right now. He's got to move up.
He's playing awesome. Awesome.
I know
he can't find the net. He can't score, but he's playing awesome.
That's a team-wide thing. Even Panarin, he played fantastic yesterday. He gets scoring chances and he hits the post. It's just
twice. Twice. One hit the knob of a stick. But
the whole team is snake bitten completely. Eventually it's going to end and they're just going to catch fire. But
I'll tell you who's not snake.
I don't know about catching fire.
Colin Blackwell. Blackwell is the opposite of snake.
I love that.
He is the snake.
He
scored another goal against the Devils. A nice goal, streaking in. Off, and actually, we saw a positive play made by Brett Howden on that with a nice little dish there. So a rare moment for Brett Howden. I know Dave Shapiro was probably like,
loves that.
Didn't know that guy could do that.
Are we still sitting on Howden? Fan.
I think a lot of people are. There was
I don't know why.
I mean,
look at that. She delivers.
We are. Did you text her to bring that in?
It's all right.
Smack him.
No. She's got to get the opener. She didn't open it.
Can I get one?
Anyway, Colin Blackwell is the best player on the Rangers right now.
Colin Blackwell
outside of Panarin and Igor and Fox. I'm going to get ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry. He's good, though. He's been playing
Colin Blackwell, he's the best there ever was, the best there is, and the best there ever will
be. You were close. You mixed them up, but you were close going for the Bret Hart. I know you were.
Yeah,
the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Thank you.
See, that guy does not look good now, by the way, Bret Hart. There was a missed high stick on Zibanejad that should have been called, and then Will Butcher put a goal in off someone's leg. Obviously, it was his first of the season because when you score against the Rangers, it's the first of your season or your career.
Naturally.
Buchnevich scored a goal, tied the game late in the second. And then the last two things I wrote for this game, I wrote that Trouba was out for the rest of the game with an upper body injury. And the last thing I wrote was, I'm embarrassed. And I stopped because that's when the Devils started to pour it on. What was the final score of that game? 5-2? With an empty netter. And, of course, it was Maltsev's first career goal in the empty net, so there's another one. Then the other guy, I forget what his name even was. The last time he scored a goal was exactly 1 year ago before that. It was his first career goal, so it was his second career goal and first of the season. Just a complete nightmare scenario with Lindy Ruff's team taking it to the Rangers, kicking their ass up and down the ice. That was an embarrassing night. So, Al, if you had to just factor the Devil game in, where would you put Quinn, the level of the hot seat after that Devil game, after the Devil game?
Funny,
get it up, Alex. Get it
ask.
up.
Funny, you should ask.
Because after the Ranger things have happened.
After the Devil game, since we didn't have a show, my meter was a lot higher than what it is right now.
Can we see
a little? I'm explaining the meter. A little pressure came off on the meter, and my arrow moved a little. Not much, but then in the grand scheme of things, this side right here, he'd be very safe. That's cold. That's blue.
Cold
Beano. I'm explaining. Yes, that's cold seat.
That's a COVID seat.
And now it gets warmer and warmer.
He's in the orange.
Orange and red. The other day when they lost to the Devils, he was in this area. You don't want to get below that line. You get below that line, good night.
I too have always had trouble with S's and block letters. I can see that your S is not
my N's are a little suspect as well.
S's are tough, and your N's are both pointy and square. But I like where you were going with that.
I think I might type it up for next week and maybe do a little graph. Okay. I don't know how good my Microsoft Office skills are. Maybe I'll ask Trotter to help me out.
My kids or Beano's kids can throw something together.
I think your kids did draw that one.
I just have so many thoughts I can't collect them all.
So
it's an original, Alex. Tell them it's the original prototype of what's going to be the Quinn's hot seat.
This is the inaugural Quinn's hot seat meter.
I have to say I disagree with it. I don't think he's on the hot seat.
Was that apostrophe like an afterthought?
No, I drew the apostrophe before I wrote the S, and then I had to squeeze the S in. My S at the top got a little wide.
If we're doing it on the fly, that arrow has to be bigger. We need a bigger arrow.
But I wasn't sure if I was going to use the same meter for next week, so I can erase that arrow.
That's not a movable arrow?
I thought it was movable. No,
it's pencil. It's like
oh my god!
No.
That makes it even better.
Minutes ago, you asshole.
Oh, I thought you went with like a movable arrow.
Quinn, it's safe to say Quinn is in threat level midnight. Well,
according to him, I don't think he is. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon, as much as you might want him to.
To me,
in the Twitch chat, someone wrote Bob Ross would be proud. So I'll add a couple trees.
David Quinn's seat is as cool as a toilet seat at 4 a.m. He's got nothing to worry about. He's going nowhere.
You are obsessed with bringing up toilets or anything like this. Last week we were talking about shitting in urinals, and
I'm 300 pounds and I'm a 12-year-old.
Toilet humor show.
I'm a 12-year-old in a 45-year-old man's body. I like poop humor.
Who doesn't, you know?
Anyway, last night the Rangers played the Philadelphia Flyers. That's our message to them. They didn't make it easy, but they did get 2 points in the standings. It's funny because I forget who it was. We have a separate group chat, whatever, for the Rangers watching, and someone said that they were going to tie it up late, and I'm thinking in my head, no way, not tonight. Of course, it happened seconds later, and we end up in overtime.
It's unreal.
Groundhog Day, over and over again.
I'm sitting there with Kelly, and I'm like, listen, I've seen this episode before. This has a 1-goal loss written all over it. Then they go up by 1. I'm like, wait a minute. Then it's tied. Then we're in overtime. Then it's a shootout, and we all know what happened in the first shootout we were in this year. I was waiting for Tony D to come out of the tunnel like, that's Tony D'Angelo's music. It wasn't, and thankfully it wasn't because Kako and Panarin, fantastic in the shootout last night.
I stood in front of it after they tied the game, and it went the overtime, I stood in front of the TV with the remote in my hand, literally standing a foot in front of the TV, waiting to shut it off to go to bed. And then they went to the shootout, so I was standing there for about 20 minutes.
You didn't sit back down when they went to the shootout?
I didn't. No, I couldn't. My feet were sweating.
No.
The whole thing.
I was laying on the couch.
They didn't score.
Laying on the couch on my MSG Go app, little plug there, and I felt nothing. I felt nothing watching it because I expected them to lose. I was just waiting for them to lose. It was just
Production manager note: don't plug something we're not getting paid for.
Well, that's how. All right, good. Thank you, Billy.
It's a solid app, though. It really is. Anyway,
it is a solid app.
And fun fact: it used to not work for when you were out of market. Now it does. Hopefully, they're not listening to this. I'm sure they're not.
Billy, we're still plugging it.
Yeah, I know. Free advertisement.
So the Flyers had 4 of their best players on the COVID list: Voracek, Giroux, Lawton, Konechny. Georgiev started. I would say I was surprised.
And we reaped all the benefits.
Did we, though? Because that team's they probably should have beat us. We kicked the goal in early. Tough luck goal. Kevin Hayes had an assist, former Ranger. Obviously has to get on the score sheet. Jack Johnson took a penalty after being on the ice for 4 seconds after being out for 4 weeks. Ryan Strome, I think, took 2, and Chris Kreider took 1 on a 5-on-3 in offensive zone penalty. So it was all going really well. Down 1-0 after 1. The hero of our lifetime, Colin Blackwell, ties the game on a deflection. Ryan Strome takes another offensive zone penalty. Brendan Smith scores a goal on a beautiful feed from Artemi Panarin.
Brendan Smith.
I feel like the guy always scores big goals.
Blackwell?
No,
Brendan Smith.
It's Smith. Oh, Smith.
Brendan Smith is a gamer. He's been a gamer since he came to the He's just not great, not terrible. Always there, always hitting people. I always love hitting people. But when he scores, he's
versatile. Great 6. Yes. Yep.
Great run in the playoffs. Got himself a new deal, and deal hasn't worked out for the Rangers, but I still love the guy.
I like him on the team. I like him either 6 or number 7 defenseman. I like him.
Absolutely.
I like
and
him.
he could play on the 4th line. They throw him on the 4th line a couple times.
He's when they dress 7 defensemen, he's playing forward.
That's why I was surprised
Rangers
he didn't get any chance in overtime. I figured he'd be out there over Lindgren in overtime because at least he's got some offensive skill.
Nobody reminds you of Jason Strudwick.
He doesn't have
Remember Strudwick?
Yeah.
I love Studwick.
Studwick. He would play defense.
Rangers shootout going.
Rangers give up a late goal
when Malik scored.
We're walking down memory lane. What are you talking about?
I'm just trying to get through this.
Let me reminisce.
I want to get rid of this Flyer game. The Rangers give up a late goal. No one scores in overtime. We win the shootout. 2 points. Never easy. Always ugly. The Rangers penalty kill is legit. That's that.
And their power play is duty.
I don't even want to talk about it. That's the week that was.
Buchnevich is awesome.
Yes.
But I feel like they're going to lose him to free agency. I do.
I think they're going to trade him. They'll probably trade him.
I think he's been consistent all year. He's not scoring regularly, but he's playing awesome.
That's what we need. We need someone to consistently score. Someone has to do it. It's not named Colin Blackwell.
And Colin Blackwell, come on.
Is Filipino ever coming back? What is going on? They even say what was officially wrong with him? Like
you didn't hear?
No.
No, he's on the COVID list, and he's still hurt from his original injury.
COVID.
So.
Yeah, but when he clears that list, is he able to come back? Is he healed from his injury?
I have no idea.
They don't tell you. That's the whole thing. They don't tell you what the hell's going on.
No, they said he was still on. You said he was still on par with that 4 to 6 weeks thing. I don't know how long it's been.
It feels like it was 8 weeks ago because that's how long it feels like.
So let him get off this COVID list, and we'll see what's going on. But they could certainly use him. I also think that the shootout should be brought out back and shot because it's done. Continuous 3-on-3 overtime till someone scores would be a heart attack.
None. After the 5 minutes, 1-on-1 overtime.
You lose a guy every minute.
Just shut the clock off and let a team score.
I couldn't agree more. I liked the shootout when it started. It was dramatic. It was new. It was fun. But the drama is completely erased. There's nothing. It's boring.
It's so common now. It's just like another shootout. And then to lose in a shootout, it's like
it's actually not as common anymore since they've gone to 3-on-3. There's a lot more overtime goals scored now. Back when it was 4-4, when it first started, teams would play for the shootout. The whole 5 minutes.
The Rangers would play for the shootout.
Yeah.
Conservative, like sit behind your net for 30 seconds, not even try to score, because we had Henrik Lundqvist. I would take my
Beano's like, that's how Henrik got all his wins in the shootout.
Well, when you don't have ties, you get a lot more wins. All right.
Richter would have had 500 wins.
A lot more wins.
He would have a lot more wins, but
maybe. But you know what? He didn't make the rules. I don't make the rules either.
Yeah, all right.
Whatever. That is the week that was.
All right.
Up and down as per usual. A loss to the Devils, a win over the Flyers, and they'll play the Caps tomorrow. We'll talk about that a little later. But we've got some guests standing by, as we always do, to provide you with that experience. And Billy, if Amanda's ready, we'd like to invite her on to join us. We can hear you, Bill, just so you know.
Yeah, I screwed that up.
You're on the wrong microphone, Billy.
That's the first time Billy did that in 5 weeks. So
real professional, Bill.
No one's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Amanda, you're in with us.
I hear you guys.
Remember it said double his pay? Now he's back. Bring Billy back to his regular pay now.
We're waiting for Amanda's camera to come on.
Billy had such a good pre-show getting ready, and he just threw it out the window.
It happened.
He was doing such a good job.
He looked really good.
He runs the show like he paints his walls.
I know Amanda can hear us.
I can hear you. I can't find the camera that was supposed to pop up.
Well, we have a tech guy for that. His name's Billy.
Yeah, he that's who does pre-show. I guess
this comes with the territory in a live broadcast.
Amanda, if you swipe from the bottom, you should get like a menu that has like the video button, all that stuff.
Taking you behind the scenes.
And the mute button.
Ricky, it's Washington, and then the Flyers, and then a weekend Friday, Sunday with Boston. That if you were looking ahead.
No, the Sunday game got postponed.
Something was canceled.
Postponed. It's canceled.
Next Sunday?
You go to this Sunday.
No,
next Sunday.
Flyers
This Sunday's
Wednesday.
canceled.
Flyers Wednesday.
The guy
Flyers
goes to Tampa
Wednesday,
for
and then
1
next
week.
Friday. Next Friday. A week from today is Boston, and then Sunday with Boston. It's a Friday, Sunday with Boston.
Can't
I
wait.
had it right. Don't tell me.
Cannot wait.
Hey!
She found the camera.
Hi, guys.
Hello, we're with Amanda Cohen of Cover Your Face Off. Welcome to our program, Amanda. How are you on this Friday evening?
Hi, guys. I'm good. How's everybody?
Great.
Yeah, it's all right. We're okay.
Bit better than
Better that the Rangers won a game last night. So
Yeah.
usually,
barely
Amanda, we
by
start
the
this off.
skin of our
We're
teeth.
just we're very laid back here. So just give us your thoughts so far on the Rangers season. How you feel about it? Who stands out to you for both good and bad? Either way.
So I was tuning in earlier, so right there with you guys with how disappointing it has been so far. I mean, there's no better word than disappointment. You know, we came into this season thinking we have all this new blood and we have so many good players, and he's starting to find his footing, but he came out a little rough too. So it's been a shaky start. It's just disappointing.
It's just tough because we talk to we've had a lot of guests on, and we're talking to them, and they always make us feel better, right, guys? Like, where they're like, you just gotta trust the process, and they're young, but my response is always like, you watch these games, you don't want to see them lose every night, despite all the growing and the growing pains. So I'm a little disappointed. I'm trying to keep things in perspective, but I'm a little disappointed so far with the performance. Ever since the bubble, that freaking bubble, we should have never even went there.
Absolutely. I mean, our key players that we expected huge things out of are just not. They're just not showing up. You guys touched on Mika a little bit, Igor. I mean, the fact that Lafreniere was our first round draft pick. He was supposed to be this great guy that just he's not who we thought he was going to be. I'm glad to see Keandre Miller, putting his best game on. But Panarin's back. Panarin played well. What he ended up having yesterday, 9 shots total, not on goal, but there were I mean, he had a lot of. For somebody who just came back from an injury, he actually showed up and he played, and it was nice to see. But the rest of the team's got to be there with him, and it's disheartening.
I will say this: I'll give Lafreniere a long leash, but at what point am I allowed to outwardly worry about a slow start? At what point does a slow start just become a slow season? But I get it. The kid's 19 years old. It's for Lafreniere.
He's. I'm not worried about him.
I want to check his ice
give
time.
him.
It seems like he's never on the ice. I don't know why. Unless he's in the little Chateau Bow Wow. I don't know. He's didn't touch overtime, and then seemed third period he was I don't remember seeing him once. Maybe two shifts at all in the third period. They wouldn't really. I heard Rooney's name. I heard Howden's name. I didn't hear his name. And is that him, or is it him not playing, missing, being benched for shifts? I don't know. I want to check that. Billy, check the stats on the time of the ice, Billy.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Long leash on Lafreniere.
I think he's playing. Oh, sorry.
I thought that was Billy. No, I thought that was Billy. I was going to cut Billy off, not you.
No, he's playing, but Quinn wants the guys to be defensively responsible. And I'm not saying he's not defensively responsible, but he's got the lowest plus minus on the team. If this stupid advanced analytics game score, he's got the lowest game score on the team. And he's a rookie.
You looked this shit up?
Yeah, AJ's like our Bill James. He's our.
You think I work at work? This is what
I thought you said money, but I thought you said that you were not a stats guy, and now you're coming at me with analytics.
I was never a stats guy until you told me that you wanted to do this, and now I've started to look at stats.
Well, someone's got to. Anyway, Amanda, despite the slow start for the Rangers, give us your favorite Garden memory. A moment you were actually in the Garden for. What stands out for you?
So one time and one time only did I get kicked out of the Garden.
I love these stories.
I became a Ranger fan because I was born into this. My dad was an ice hockey player. I didn't have a choice. It was destiny. My dad has turned his firstborn daughter, his second daughter too, but his firstborn daughter, I was one of two siblings for 7 years old by myself. So I was that daddy's girl, hockey loving, prodigy that I have become. And back in, I want to say circa 2009, I was at a game at the Garden against the Penguins. And my dad had texted me asking if we had seen who was in the audience. And I said, no, they don't show that on the, they don't show the same stuff that they show you guys at home. And he goes, he was a season ticket holder. He goes, Wayne Gretzky is is at the Garden. And this is the section he's in. And so what did I do? I ran down and just tried to run past security and get to him, and I didn't make it. It was the beginning of the third period. We were slaughtering the Penguins, so it was so worth it. But
how close did you get? Within a few feet?
I had to try.
Did he see you at least try to get?
Oh yeah. We got right down, but I got all the way down. One of my friends was with me, kind of just cheering me on. He was like, I'm not doing this, but you go ahead and have fun. So I ran down. I went ahead and ran down, and I got probably 2 rows away from him. I could see him. I couldn't get to him.
Any alcoholic beverages?
It wasn't the first time it happened to
Were there any alcoholic beverages involved in this?
In 2009, I don't know if I was even old enough to drink, so no.
Oh, that's not the right answer.
Not old enough.
No.
Yeah.
That's the right answer.
That was the same night I snuck a Jim Beam bottle in my bag, and I didn't even know I had it. Somebody had put it in my bag on the train.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
The old, I'm going to hide my Jim Beam in someone else's bag.
Yeah, and I didn't know it was there. And
typical Long Island Railroad.
Security did a great job at finding it. They didn't find it at all. I walked in and opened my bag. I was like, why is this?
When we went to
after Wayne.
When we went to the Stadium Series game against the Devils, I won't say his name on here, but the guy walked in with 6 Bud Lights in his jacket pocket. No, Chris Healy got kicked out.
I
wasn't going to say his name either.
For different reasons.
But the guy walks in with 6 beers in his jacket pockets. They did one of these, and that was it.
There was no wand? There was no wand?
Nah.
Good.
It was too cold.
Just shuffle them on in. All right, so one of the big reasons we have Amanda on is to give her a chance to tell us about Cover Your Face Off. I've known about this for a while, actually, because you actually reached out to me really early on, like during the pandemic, when I was still CFO, even though we don't really talk about it, although it comes up every week. But we did. I think we even we spoke on the phone, and you were telling me about it.
Yeah.
It's really cool, and I was hoping that I could maybe do something to help, and then I never went back. So, but you guys did send me some merch, which I still have. Nice little
cool.
Shesterkin mask, and I think I'll get use out of this one this spring with the Mets. High quality stuff here. But tell us about how it started and what you guys do. And you continue to do, right? This is still going on.
Yeah, we're still going strong. So we started at the beginning of the pandemic. We kind of wanted to just do something to give back to the community. And basically, we knew that the PPE situation was not a good one. A lot of the hospitals and other essential employees were having a hard time getting them. It was especially the hospitals, but, anybody working, grocery stores, restaurants, anywhere that was still open to the public, people were having a hard time getting the masks. And masks were becoming a bigger necessity. They were becoming mandatory. So my team and myself, we decided to start this face mask business in the hopes of giving back and being able to help with the crisis of the PPE. In doing so, we all came up with this idea, because we're all diehard Ranger fans, that we would come up with Ranger masks, and anyone in any of our Ranger groups that purchased one, we would donate one for every one purchase. So we're still doing that. We have everything on our website. We actually I just uploaded these tonight. They're our new model. We have them in red and blue. We can make them in different colors.
It's coveryourfaceoff.com, right?
New York Ranger mask. And then there's a ton of other ones. I'm sorry?
It's coveryourfaceoff.com.
What'd you say, Ricky?
That's out.
Yeah, it's coveryourfaceoff.com, and then all the
Billy, shut your mic off if you're going to cackle like that. Amanda's speaking. What a distract. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Amanda.
All the social media platforms are all Cover Your Face Off. Also, every mask comes with a filter. So we include that with every purchase.
Oh, nice.
And all the donated masks also have them. So we've done a lot with Northwell, mainly because they represent the Rangers and they're big time with the Rangers. So we did do a lot of donations at different Northwell locations. But we've also donated to, I work at Long Island Head Injury Association. We did a huge donation there. We did donations to the military. We've done donations to employees at grocery stores, hospitals, urgent cares, you name it, we've done it. I mean, basically anyone I talk to about this is like, oh, my whatever job, and we, we'll hit it. So yeah, we're still going strong with that.
Well, it's a need, and it's also, these masks have become sort of a style and a form of expression. So why not have a cool one if you got to wear it anyway for the time being? Do you have any idea how many, as far as the numbers you've done, how many have been purchased and donated?
Yeah, so we've sold around a little over 2,000 now. So we've donated the exact same amount.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's awesome. And go ahead, Al.
I got a question. I know you sent Ricky a Mets one, but I can't wear that. So is there any way to get any way to get a Yankees one?
No, just say no.
We can make whatever you guys want. We actually made
Perfect.
my parents.
Yeah.
My parents just decided to quit the snowboarding life, and they moved permanently down to Florida. And then there's really nice community, and the community has a name. So we made them a couple, and their friends want them now. So anything that you guys want, we can do. Just let us know.
Wasn't there a thing weren't you guys repurposing T-shirts or repurposing jerseys?
We were doing that. We had to make some changes to our team, unfortunately, but so it comes with the territory of starting a nonprofit. Not everybody has the same. We did have to change some of that up a little bit, but I think that the way we're doing it now actually gives us the opportunity to donate more. only because we're charging less for the masks, which means we're selling more, which means we're donating more. So
it's awesome. For anyone that's listening or watching back, go ahead, AJ.
No, I was gonna say, like, you guys started this at like the height of the pandemic back in the beginning. There's no doubt you saved lives. But my one question.
Oh boy.
I understand Dancing Larry in the Hall of Fame. Why Ricky Diffendale?
oh, Ricky, because Ricky's the CFO, even if he's not.
CFO.
He's the CFO.
Wait, what Hall of Fame? What are we talking about?
You're in the Hall
Rick,
of Fame on our
that's a bad look.
website.
Am I really?
Yeah, I thought
Way
I
to
thought
do
he
your
said
research,
that. I'm
Rick.
pretty sure I asked you if it was okay.
Bad look, Rick.
I'm sure if you asked me if it was okay, I said absolutely it's okay. My
I
bad.
think I did. I'm
Ricky's
pretty
like,
sure.
oh,
I
am
did.
I? I had no idea.
He's got
What
it
an
printed out,
honor.
framed in his bedroom.
I don't, but I will. You better believe. Screw you, AJ.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Sure.
Gold jacket, green jacket. Who
We have
gives?
the Hall of Fame on the website. It's the Hall of Fame on the website, Ricky, is basically anybody affiliated, big time affiliated with the Rangers. So we have
Big
Adam
time.
Graves on there, Ron Duque on there,
Big
Dancing
time.
Larry, you're on there.
Me and Adam
Big
Graves,
time.
rubbing
Big time
elbows. Well, thank you, Amanda.
His toupee just shot off his head.
AJ, Graves,
My toupee.
Gay, Diffendale.
That's the Mount Rushmore of cover your face off. That's hilarious. You learn something new every day. Well, look, if you are listening, if you're watching back, it is Cover Your Face Off across social media platforms, coveryourfaceoff.com as well, yes. They've been doing great things since the beginning of the pandemic. And again, the masks are high quality. They're awesome. They are festive. A little Shesterk in there. So support them any way you can. They deserve it. Amanda, you and your team done such a great job. And I'm sure everyone out there that's benefited from it thanks you from the bottom of their heart. From this whole crazy world we live in. We need organizations and people to make it better, and you're doing that, so we appreciate that. And we appreciate you coming on tonight and telling us about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we did go ahead and we produced a code for tonight. It's going to be this whole weekend. It's Ranger Things. It gives you 10% off your entire order.
Whoa!
So if anybody wants to go on there, Ranger Things, one word, it'll give you 10% off.
Excellent.
Wow,
10%.
awesome.
Ranger Things is the code. Coveryourfaceoff.com.
Ranger Things is the code.
We cannot
AJ, if you buy
go,
10,
Amanda.
that's 100% off.
Not how that works.
Amanda, we can't let you go until we ask you the question. Are you ready for the question before
I'm
we let
ready.
you go?
All
Gun
right.
to your head. You can only have one fast food chain the rest of your life. What is it?
Oh, it's my new favorite, and I hate that I love it, but it's Chick-fil-A.
There it is.
Nice.
I never used to like it.
That's
There it
another
is.
notch for
And-
Chick-fil-A. That's
And
another
she
one.
just set the record for the fastest answer.
We want the team in the chat, your team in the chat to answer too. They're all typing away, so I want them to answer too.
What's the rest
Chick-fil-A.
of Cover your face off. Amanda
Brady
chooses
Rules said
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. K-Melcon. Taco Bell. Nice. Melkin.
That's Kim.
Awesome.
Another Taco Bell for the crafty hunch.
Who else had
But
Taco
Ama-
Bell?
Those are
I'm
my
with
go-to
Taco Bell.
teammates.
But
Oh,
Amanda
Dave had
answered
Taco
quicker than we asked anyone else. Everyone's always like, "Oh, geez, I don't know," and
Yeah.
they take 20 minutes. So good for you, Amanda. And I'll, you know what? I've never had Chick-fil-A, but I hear good things, obviously. So
With
Eat more chicken. Eat more chicken.
driving to Florida and back from
Eat
Florida.
more chicken. If you guys after the show want to see something funny, I'll send it to Ricky. My dog, who's sitting here in a Cover Your Face Off t-shirt because he's our mascot. He
nice.
he was the
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see he's black and white. He's black and white spots, and so
He's camera shy.
he was the Chick-fil-A cow for Halloween. It was
Nice.
It was pretty funny.
Well done. Well done. Well, Amanda Cohen, thank you for coming on tonight. Cover your face off. The code is Ranger Things throughout this weekend. Check them out.
Awesome.
Get some masks for you and yours. I can personally vouch that they are awesome masks, high quality and wonderful.
you.
And Amanda, thank you so much for coming on. This was great. And
Thank you for having
keep
me. It was nice
keep
to
doing
talk
what
to
you're
you
doing.
guys.
You and the
Thank
whole team
you.
out there in the chat. Cover your face off.
I can't wait to read that.
Amanda, have a great weekend. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you. You guys too.
See ya.
Well, what a good promo
Beano,
code for our massive
by the way,
audience.
Beano,
We're
your
like
dad's name
that
in
we've
Twitch
made
is
it. We got a
hilarious.
promo code.
What?
Your dad's name in Twitch is Mr. Keaton's
Oh yeah,
Wild Ride.
it's good.
No, that's my wife. That's my wife.
Billy! Why are you not on mute, William?
Get your
I'm
head
sorry.
down to the gutter.
I'm sorry. That was.
It was
that
a
was
ride
so
in
funny.
Disney World.
Oh my god.
No, I get it. That's hilarious.
I have a life outside the
I'm
Rangers
sorry, Rick.
podcast, bro, guys. It's a,
That's
you know,
okay,
it's a
Bill. I love
different, it's
you.
a different life.
That's funny. That is funny. Mrs. Keen. Is it Mrs. Keen's Wild Ride or Mr. Keen's Wild Ride?
No,
It said
it's
Mr.
Mr.
Keaton's
It's
Wild
Mr. Keen's Wild Ride.
Well,
Oh my God.
whoever it is said Chick-fil-A.
It is Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
Who else said Chick-fil-A? I think Dave said Chick-fil-A / Taco Bell.
Dave who?
Oh no, he said
Shapiro. You weren't,
Chipotle.
you weren't here. You weren't here
Shapiro.
last week.
He said Chipotle / Taco Bell, and he took like
Not
25 minutes.
Don't say Chipotle. That's
Chipotle.
wrong.
It's not Chipotle.
Chipotle.
It's
Chipotle.
Chipotle, not Chipotle.
I'll Chipotle your face.
All of a sudden,
And it-
Billy's on the podcast.
Billy, you might as well
I
come
know,
on camera.
mute
You might as well
the
come
shit
on camera and talk if you're gonna.
We got a little promo code.
Yeah, Billy, mark that down in history. It's the first time we ever used for a promo code. Cover your face off. Promo code Ranger things this entire weekend.
Share the shit out of that.
Solid masks.
Wow.
Those masks
We're
are
gonna
awesome.
We're gonna sell thousands. We're gonna sell thousands with that.
I hope so.
Me too.
I hope so. Well, that was.
So
that was
I
Amanda
hope
Cohen.
so too. I just know the massive audience we have that it's
All
gonna
6 of our
eat
listeners.
it up. They're gonna eat it up,
Amanda,
We
and
have
her team
12
doing
viewers
fantastic
on Twitch,
work.
so come on.
I
and
feel
they're
like a lot of
they're
those-
about to
a lot
just
of those
leave.
viewers to
They
cover your
just came
face
out.
They can use the promo, right?
They got it. But I think we're about ready for our second guest here.
All right, give me a second.
We usually like to double dip on these episodes with our guests and spread the wealth around. So if Andrew, last name redacted, is ready to come on, we're ready to talk to him. You know him as Based Shesty on Twitter, and he's about to join us live on a Friday night on the Ranger Things Have Happened podcast. Alex,
We're only halfway through the show. What a show!
What a show! I'm gonna
show.
I'm gonna have to trademark that line.
You're gonna have to trade.
What a show! It's
I think on the merch that should be on the back of the shirt.
that's
What a
what we want.
show!
What a show. Are we ready?
Show.
I
We're
want
ready,
the royalties.
yes.
I want the royalties though. I want a piece of the action, like a
You
Friends
can have-
episode, like a
You
Friends
can have
episode.
every nickel.
Every nickel we generate. Oh, Billy, write that down. He said I get every nickel. Every nickel, he said. Not penny, nickel.
I didn't hear anything.
As soon as Beano's done talking monetary, we can welcome Andrew to the show. Andrew, welcome to Ranger Things Have Happened. I believe. Oh, there you go. You're off mute. Here we go. How you doing?
There.
I'm doing good, guys. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. We're all doing well. I have a bet going on inside man. I have to ask you. I need to know. How old are you?
How old am I? How old do you think
Yeah.
I am, if you could guess?
All right, let's go. Trivia starts early. Trivia starts early.
All right. I was
Trivia.
get,
I didn't even throw this at you. Still your thunder, but now it's
Andrew, I was going to say 19. That's my guess.
19.
Beano, go.
Ditto. 19.
Everyone
Alex.
think 19?
20.
I'll give him 20. 22.
Whoever's wearing the high kick shirt nailed it. I'm 22.
22. Well, good for you. And fuck Alex.
So Alex,
That's a point. Try to mark it down. That's a point. You played the trivia music.
You got it.
Goddamn trivia question.
Alex
Anyway.
takes all the money in the first goal and the stupid trivia questions.
Andrew, welcome
Cleaning
to the
up.
show.
Cleaning up.
I have to say that I am, like many people, I think, highly entertained by your Ranger Twitter skills.
Appreciate it.
So how does that start to happen? Like you have thousands of followers. So there's two things that I need to know. Where do all these followers come from, and also how can you be so fast during a game? Like I'm trying to watch the game and tweet things, and you and a couple other guys on Twitter have it down to a science. So talk me through how that works.
For sure. So first of all my followers, I pay for them. $10. No, I'm kidding. So
surefire way to get it.
Yeah, how much are they?
$10 a month. It's fine. I got a deal. I'm a student, so I get the deal. So I think it happens really well, first of all, I actually had a personal account on Twitter. I used to use my personal account, and I would go at Devils fans, Islanders fans all the time. And I had my full name on there and location. So it was getting pretty bad when Islanders fans were like, I'm going to come to where you live. Like, it was getting, so I was like, all right, maybe I should create another account to talk Rangers.
They're all talk anyway, those Islanders.
Yeah, they're all talk, but yeah. But so I created the meme account, or the account I have now, Base Shesty, for that. And I think it happens during a game because I think I invest too much emotionally in this team, like to the point where it's pretty scary, where like it ruins my day if they lose, ruins my week. So I think it just happens when like I think something's funny and I can relate it to something that I may have seen, or like when Strome misses the net, I know that LeBron picture with J.R. Smith when he missed the basket with like 2 seconds left. So I remember something like that. And I'm like, oh my God, like it's perfect. So I just try and use my Photoshop skills that are okay and just make people laugh, and I love to do it. So
good. No, it's awesome. It's awesome. And you do a good job. But that's why I was like, he's got to be young, because like older people wouldn't be like that quick with the text. So
my dad still doesn't know how to spell Zibanejad. So he'll text me every day. He'll be like, how do you, what's going on with Zibanejad or like Zibanejad? Like it's a mess. So yeah, you got to be, I think I'm at my peak right now. And then when I graduate, it'll start to be a downhill.
He's like Uncle Corey, right?
It does go downhill quick.
Philip Chidle.
Yeah. Every game we watch together, he's like, who's 20? Who's 15? I'm like, I can't. Like, I have to go in a different room when I watch the game.
He would call him Chattel, Philip Chattel.
Yeah, Philip Chattel. It's brutal, man. When we had when Buchnevich first came up, I think it was 16, 17, he was having a rough go with that one. Every day was a different spelling. 2 O's instead of a U. Like, it was brutal.
Buchnevich,
yeah. The kid from Russia he just came into. It just turned into that instead of trying to spell his name.
That's it. Yeah.
So outside of Base Shesty, because that's you, who's your favorite Ranger Twitter personality?
Oh, I have so many. One of my favorites is, I don't know if you guys follow him already, it's Rangers Nick. Me and him are pretty tight on Twitter. Definitely, I highly recommend giving him a follow if you haven't already. He's amazing, like funniest kid I know. There's another one at Keandre the Giant, who is a Photoshop expert who actually helped me make a few of my things. So he's definitely up there. So those two I'm definitely the closest with, and are really funny people who I highly recommend giving a follow to. But other than that, man, I love like guys like Hockey Stat Miner, Ryan Mead, all those guys. Fitz is probably.
Did he just say you?
Oh,
like you?
I saw you on the 7 line today, the Twitter account.
Yeah, baby.
I saw you on there, man. Yeah.
Damn right.
Talk about it.
I'm trying to make
Ricky's head is not going to fit in this box.
I'm trying to make a footprint on the internet.
That was accurate. Yeah, zoom back in. Zoom back into the camera. That's it.
It may explode.
Yo, that guy Fitz is awesome. He's always posting. It's always
he's
sunny in
amazing.
Philadelphia shit. He can equate any situation with the Rangers or whatever to it's always sunny, and I'm here for it all day. It's fantastic. It's so good.
It's crazy how he does it. He's so good at this Twitter thing, man. And who's the other one that I was going to say? Hockey Stat Miner, who is like a stats and like genius, man. Like I remember he knows, like he like has like a trade tree, like he can relate like the Rick Nash trade or something to like where Buchnevich and Keandre are now. Like he's that smart. So I definitely recommend, like all these guys are amazing and must follow Twitter people for Rangers Twitter.
I'll open the floor to you, gentlemen.
To me, like Twitter is like the Port Authority bus terminal of social media. Like it's just a bunch of fucking lunatics screaming about absolute nonsense. But you
accurate.
You use it what it's supposed to be used for. You make memes, make people laugh. Turn your pain into laughter. Like it's great.
Yep, that's the only way to do it, man. It's the only way to get to the season. That and copious amounts of alcohol are the only ways to get through the Ranger season.
Too bad we don't drink.
I don't have a beer on me, but I'd be cheering with you if I have one.
I'm happy that you're old enough to drink.
He's not of age.
Yeah, I'm old enough now. Yeah, I'm old enough.
Check his ID.
He's really 19. It's really 19, Alex. So I want those points back. He's really 19.
Gotcha.
Who is your favorite Ranger to roast? I know you like to hit shit on Jack Johnson a little bit. Sam Rosen, even though Sam Rosen's almost
I
untouchable.
love Sam Rosen.
That's all
But it's
fun.
always
That's
good
all
fun.
good
all
fun.
us Rosen
I
fans.
think he calls
But
him the GOAT. I agree. I think he
who's-
actually
I
loves
love Sam
Rosen.
Rosen.
He loves Sam
Yeah,
Rosen.
he's like the voice. I grew up with Sam Rosen. Like he's the voice of my childhood. I wasn't around for the JD Sam Rosen duo, but I guess JD's in the front office now. But I'm sure like those guys killed it.
It was
Like I love
top
Nicoletti,
notch. It was top notch.
but yeah, like
Uh,
just like
I-
I remember.
Am I old if I remember Sam and JD?
No, I don't know.
Is that
Well,
an
yeah,
opening?
No. It didn't.
Well,
But
the answer
I
is
remember
yes.
there's like a clip of when Patrick Y, I guess, took the puck over the red line, and you could hear like JD and Sam like losing it. So like I always thought they were really funny. But yeah,
I remember watching that game. I remember vividly watching that game. Wow.
But my favorite Ranger to roast, I mean, of all time, it was Tanner Glass, but I love him now. But right now, I would say it's Ryan Strome because he makes it a little too easy. Like he batted to punch the puck in with his hand. He's smiling all the way to the bench. It's like the jokes write themselves with him.
Can't hit an open
Make it
net.
score.
Yeah, I can't hit it open net. I mean, the guy has had when he scored. I forget was it against the Capitals when he scored like the 2-on-1 with Panarin. I was shocked that he
Yeah.
hit the open net. Like that was the storyline of the game.
That's doorstep. He was on the.
I won that bet.
There you go.
We do-
The Liberty jerseys too. I like them with the way they look on ice. I think they're really nice.
They just
I
need to
agree.
outline the numbers in the back.
Yeah, the old little
that's
that had
right.
the white that like around the numbers
Yeah.
and stuff. That would
Oh, the white Liberty was beautiful. Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for bringing that up.
That's not what he was.
You
That's not
usually
even what
ha-
he was talking about, Beano. He was talking about the white
He said
trim
he
on
said
the
white
numbers.
and he said Liberty, and that's all I need to hear.
You usually have that jersey hanging on you.
Not here.
He couldn't fit it.
He's got he's got a better one tonight. He's got
I-
a better one behind.
I couldn't pack my entire Ranger. I will say I was not a follower until Ricky told me you were coming on, so I jumped on and the kid with the cross. It's like when Jack Johnson shoots a puck in the corner.
yeah,
It has the
yeah.
kid with the cross. I was dying laughing. I thought that was a funny, like the Exorcist. Like he has the cross.
Yeah,
in
the
cross.
corner boards are
Yeah,
literally
sitting
saying a
in-
prayer
sitting
every
in
time
the
that guy
corner
winds up.
boards.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that
He
was
is just-
great.
I remember too. I jokingly made the poll before the game. I was like, "What needless penalty is Johnson taken before?" 'Cause
I
you know
saw
what's
that
gonna
too.
happen.
I
Yeah.
saw
What? Yes,
4
yesterday.
seconds. Yeah, 4 seconds into his shift, like 4 seconds in, and Sam's like,
on.
"I think it's Jack Johnson going for tripping Joe," and I'm like, "No, this like you can't make it up."
Excuse me. No, yes, it is
Yeah.
Jack Johnson.
By the way, Hall of Fame excuse me moment yesterday. Overtime. Nolan
Oh my
Patrick
God.
takes a penalty.
Unbelievable.
This man-
Unbelievable stuff.
Hall of Fame pitcher, one-time Met, by the way. Nolan Ryan is
That's what
completely
he
different
told
sport. He's like, excuse me.
didn't-
That's...
Excuse me.
I think it's
no,
Nolan
Patrick.
Ryan
Can't
going
make it
up
up.
for hooking.
Yeah, and Nolan Ryan's going.
Excuse me, it's
Yeah.
Nolan Patrick.
We're gonna call to the bullpen to kill the penalty.
That's become one of my favorite things on Twitter. There's like
Yes,
people
the excuse me.
tracking the excuse me's.
Yes.
It's
Yep.
so good. I think
see
he
those.
must know
They-
about it. He's curved it a little bit. I think someone
He
told
has
him.
to know. Bill
Now he
Pito.
does.
Bill Pito has interacted with a few of my tweets before, and I didn't add him. Like I tweeted like there's a video of some guy like running really fast. I said like Bill Pito during the MSG 150, and he quoted it, and he was like, "Haha, I like love this." I was they have to know that I clown on them all the time.
It's great. It's great.
It is.
But like AJ said, that's what the internet is made for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It should just be fun. Just have fun. Just like
You have to laugh through the
funny
pain
shit.
to make it bearable. Yeah. As a Mets
my
fan,
God.
and I'm sure you know, Ricky, it's just you have to laugh at this point. Like,
Well, I'm
can't
hoping that
not-
we're turning over a new leaf this year. Let's see how it goes on the field. I mean, off the
Hopefully.
field, it might always be a mess. But
oh god, that's been a mess. Yeah.
well, now AJ loves you because you brought up baseball, and it's something that happens every week on this hockey podcast.
I see. AJ, are you Mets too, or are you Yankees?
Unfortunately, I was born a Met.
They're
fan.
all Mets.
They're all
Alex
Mets.
is a Yankee fan.
Oh
that-
my.
And there's a correlation.
Billy.
He's the only Yankee fan, and he's the only one that wants Quinn fired. Kid's been spoiled.
Oh,
his
okay.
entire
Yeah,
life.
you see, I mean, Terry Collins, man, it's like PTSD all over again.
I'm a big Terry guy.
I love Terry, especially. I only loved him more after the whole like our asses are in the jackpot came out. Like it just made my love for him skyrocket. Yeah.
I just realized
let me-
that. Go ahead, Al.
I just wanted to ask him. Give me your favorite current Ranger and favorite all-time Ranger.
Current Ranger has to be current Ranger Adam Fox. I think he's just from last year to this year. I mean, he's only gotten better. He was really good last year. He's just established himself as one of the top not just young defensemen, but defensemen in the league. He's just taken his game to a whole nother level. And I don't even want to think about the defense if we never made that trade with Carolina without him. I mean, we'd have Ryan Lindgren, Brendan Smith on the first pair, which would just be. I love Lindgren, but Adam Fox is just he made Jack Johnson look like a competent defenseman. Whenever he's paired with him,
Tough to do.
Really tough to do. Like if Sam Rosen's not saying, if Joe Micheletti isn't bashing Jack Johnson, like someone's doing something right. But so current Rangers Adam Fox, all time, although I only got to watch him for one season, Jaromir Jagr.
Solid choice.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the Yogs jersey right there.
I saw it.
Jagr was a good Ranger.
1 year. He was like 4 when Jagr played for the Rangers.
That was the first year I watched. It's a funny story. That was the year I became a Ranger fan. I was like 9 years old, and I was scrolling through the TV channels, and I see like Rangers versus Devils. So I'm a kid. I'm thinking like, oh, this has to be like something pretty cool. So I turn it on, and it's a hockey game, and I was watching it, and I was like, whoever wins, I'm gonna root for.
Oh, thank God.
Mark Stahl scored his first NHL goal that game. And so I thought it was like, so I instantly got hooked. I was like, oh, I'm watching something pretty cool here. So, yeah. And
your life could have been completely different if the Devils won that game.
Yep. I would have been roasting. Yep. I would have been talking about Cangelosi or whatever the Devils. Ken Yanko roasted him instead of Sam Rosen.
Ken Yanko.
Yeah. So I'm definitely happy the way it turned out. I'd be talking. Yeah. I didn't want to think about if the Devils won that game.
Oh, God. I realized I didn't ask you, like, what's your take on the season so far? Like, just overall, your feelings.
So I'm pretty numb to pain because of, the Mets history. But it's been disappointing to say the least. You obviously hope that they were pretty good this year. And when we got Lafreniere, you thought, like, we were going to take a big jump. But then, like, you kind of look back at it, and it's like, well, we're playing the same 8 teams, or 7 teams, I think it is, like 8 times. And the East Division is just stacked. The Bruins and Flyers are powerhouses. The Devils are all of a sudden become good, which stinks because Lindy Ruff's their head coach now. So it's brutal, man. I mean, I used to clown on him all the time, and now watching him beat us, it's just not ideal. But I think
disrespect that Alex has for you just to walk it out. It's like you're speaking. Like, just,
he's a Yankee fan. I don't want it. Billy, you can take him out. You can just take him out.
Unbelievable. He hates Lindy Ruff, too. He hates Lindy Ruff.
Yeah, he's a Yankees fan, so we're used to it as Mets fans. That's the way they act.
I need to drink. I need a drink as well, so I don't want to leave also. But
I don't care. I'm not going to get offended. I really don't care. But I definitely think it could have been better. But considering the division we're in and the season we're having with COVID and everything, I feel like it could have been a whole lot worse too. So I don't know. It sucked that Hedl getting injured. We really sucked. But who knows? Maybe they'll turn it around when he comes back because he was their best forward.
Yeah, he was moving.
I can still hear everything you're saying.
Or Chattel.
Oh, yeah, the AirPods. I didn't know that. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's why it was funnier because I knew you were wearing AirPods.
I wasn't going to get a beer. I had to relieve myself.
Andrew, are you a big Brady Shea guy? Because I noticed that when you joined our Discord, your name was Slim Shady.
Yeah, I was. So he was my favorite player.
Yeah, how did you take that when that trade?
So when he got traded, I understood it because we have a lot of defensive prospects coming up. And, I feel like with him in it, the cap hit he has, we have to pay a lot of younger guys. So I definitely understood why they made the trade. And I feel like if you get a first round pick for someone you're trying to get rid of, it looked like you have to take it if you're Jeff Gordon. So I definitely understood it. I was upset for a little bit, but at the same time, from that rookie year to where he was, at least with us, you just noticed a drop off in his game. And I figured a first round pick was just too good to pass up if you're the Rangers. So I definitely was a big fan of his because that 2017 playoff, he was just unreal. So bought his jersey, and then it seems to be a recurring theme when I buy these guys' jerseys, they're traded a year later. So
I noticed that you're wearing a Zabana Jet jersey.
Yeah, I am.
Right. So I also just bought a reverse retro Zabana. Well, my wife got it for me for Christmas. But since that jersey arrived, like he scored the only goal he scored this season, like the day before that jersey showed up at my house. Yeah. So I feel partially responsible, but every time I buy a freaking jersey.
It's the curse of the retro jersey.
It's just crazy.
No, it's all my jerseys.
It's just my dad got me the first jersey I ever got was Chris Drury. He just bought me a random player's jersey. And then I think he played one game that 2010-11 season. He scored against Marty Brodeur. I remember it. And that's the only game I got to wear it where he played. So Him.
Oh my
and
God.
then I had a Brassard jersey, and then he got traded for Zibanejad, and then I bought a Shea jersey, and like a year later he's gone. So it's a recurring theme.
But I feel like at least like I would still rock a Drury jersey, and I would rock a
love
Brassard
wearing
jersey
it. Yeah.
proudly.
It's
Now
the
he's-
heritage ones, the old alternates they had that say New York.
Love
My
those.
favorite jersey ever. Favorite
Yeah.
jersey.
Ricky has a Scott Gomez jersey.
No,
That's-
actually, it's gone. I don't know where the hell it is.
Did I miss
I
a
used-
Chris Drury reference?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have his jersey. My dad got it for me when I was like 11.
I have
When
a
he
Chris
first-
Drury jersey. I love that
You do?
jersey. I love Chris Drury.
And-
He was one of my favorite
He's the
Rangers.
recently promoted.
Yeah,
He's the associate GM now. It's acceptable. He's
yeah,
there.
and you can wear it. That's what I was just about
Yeah.
to say. Yeah, I didn't watch. I wasn't a fan when they got eliminated by Buffalo, but I remember when I was a Drury
just gonna
fan.
say, Andrew, that was I was they were that game was in Buffalo, and the
Yep.
Garden used to do this thing where they shut down half the arena and you go and watch half the Garden, the old Garden, watching on
Oh,
the big
wow.
screen, and we're all in there. Everyone's on their feet. There's like 40 seconds left, and the net's empty, and the Rangers are winning, and Chris Drury scores like 7 seconds to go, and everyone sits back down. And then Maxim Afinoganov scored in overtime.
Yep.
And then Bobby Granger walked up the steps, patted me on the head, gave me a thumbs up, and left. And then I never saw Bobby Granger again.
He bequeathed
What the-
Bobby Granger in his
I don't even know
hockey.
if
What'd
Andrew
that guy
knows who
get in
Bobby
trouble
Granger
for?
is.
Bobby
no
Granger.
idea.
He was the original CFO. He was
So
the
yeah,
original
so
CFO.
do yourself a favor when you get off this, go on YouTube and search for Bobby Granger's Guide to the Rangers. These old commercials that he did.
Was
Oh,
sorry,
they're,
Rob,
they're fantastic.
was that the
they're
Dominic Moore forget about a commercial? Was that him?
Yes, that's Bobby Granger.
Okay, then I know who that is. Yeah.
The guy's great, but he was
Yeah.
there. He was around. He was going around the city in a fucking double-decker bus with a megaphone and getting people pumped up. And we're watching the game on TV in the Garden. And Chris Drury broke our backs, but I loved him when he was on the
Yeah.
Rangers.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's why. Like, I'm. What were you
Bobby
saying? I'm
Granger
sorry.
had a
Go ahead.
commercial. Bobby Granger had a commercial with Sam and JD when they used to call Ranger games, way back in the day. And he went over and cut off JD's tie and said, "Hey JD, there's no more ties." And he cut JD's tie off. That's when they started I guess overtime.
We
shootout.
are going back a ways.
We are going
yeah,
back
that is a ways.
And also, I was at Timmy O'Brien's wedding when Chris Drury scored that goal. We were at a wedding.
it's
I tell you.
One of the
Oh
one of
my-
the worst
I was
nights
at
of my
that
life.
I was at a Sweet 16.
I also remember I was at my wife's grandmother's retirement party, sitting outside in my father-in-law's shaggin' wagon. He had a conversion van with a bed in it. I was laying on the bed listening to the game on the radio.
So obviously,
Not
it was
party.
where were you moment when Chris Drury scored that goal against the Rangers. It was definitely a where were you
Everybody
moment.
remembers where they were at that moment.
Oh, that
Yep.
that was brutal. That was brutal.
I
My,
can't even
my,
imagine
my
what
soul,
that
my
must have been
soul
like.
left my body.
Yeah, that just must, and like just knowing like it's such a Ranger thing. They blow the lead, and that like going into overtime, they're losing this. Like, there's no way.
I don't think it took very long for Maxim Afinoganov
Yeah.
to finish that one off.
That was
That
I
guy was
can't
another
make it through the highlight.
pain
I
in
like
the
try
dick.
and watch it. I watch like the Roosevelt OT winner. I've watched that a few times, and then it's like up next in the recommended. It's like Chris Drury tie. I just can't do it.
And they're wearing those disgusting Sabre jerseys, those like
Yeah,
white and
gross.
yellow, gross ones too. That's what made
The
it
Sabre
worse.
jerseys this year are beautiful.
I like
I
those.
love
I like
them.
the old.
I
like
love
them.
them.
I like
like
the
their,
black, red, and white ones.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna
like-
say the red buffalo. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Takes me back to the 90s when Andrew was like 6.
Although I wasn't watching when they had those jerseys, but I see
Those-
highlights.
Those Ted Nolan Buffalo Sabre years. That's why I like those. I like those Buffalo Sabres jerseys.
Crazy. It's crazy. Oh, man. Well,
I feel like now, like the "Where were you" moment now is the Martinez goal for, I guess. For
all
like,
right,
people
all
that
right,
have
wait,
been and stuff.
wait. Don't attack this podcast.
Don't pick a
with that.
scab. I was in Pebbles Pub.
It was a Pebble-
I was in-
Oh,
Oh, we're going to talk
I
about
was
this.
in-
Umbrella and cut my hand.
Oh my god! I was in. My brother was in the choir in like high school. We were in DC for a concert, and I was in a hotel lobby when Martinez. Yep. I was like sitting there, like just like this. I sat in the lobby till like 3 a.m. Just couldn't believe it. And like the concierge just come up. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Just leave me alone." Like,
Yeah. The answer to that question is no, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
I was in the Bean Post pub, and the goal went in, and the owner just walked around and started shutting off all the TVs individually. And I walked home down Fifth Avenue in Bay Ridge, just pushing the you know those plastic things that hold newspapers on street corners.
Yeah.
I was just shoving those over as I walked home.
Oh man.
I didn't.
Yeah, I had to go to
shit.
Brutal. I had to sit through a choir concert the next day, and they're posting highlights on Twitter and NBC. I can't do it, man. Like my mom was like, "You listen to the concert?" I'm like, "No." I'm like crying, like basically.
That would have been
brutal.
the day to stay off Twitter.
Yep. I should have deleted it.
If we only had a goalie, we could win big games.
Oh my god.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, that was.
But
thanks for having me, boys. I'm gonna.
I will say I was at the Catholic Club in Breezy wearing my Mike Richter signed '94 Stanley Cup jersey, trying to bring the juju.
Big deal.
Why don't you frame it?
We just dropped that in.
I don't wear it. I don't wear it.
Except that one time.
Right now.
I wore it for that year. We needed it. We were in the cup. We needed some good juju. I haven't worn it. I have not worn it. I have not worn it since. It's back in
Alex
storage.
said you brought it. Alex said you brought it to Tampa. It's right behind you.
It's right behind you.
This baby? No.
He
It's
tried
the
to
white.
dry it.
It's the white '94 Ranger jersey Stanley Cups. My good friend for my birthday, my 30th birthday, got it for me. I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Well, I didn't know you're lying because you're saying you have friends, but
No, my
Anyway.
other friends. My other friends.
Does anyone else have anything for Andrew? That sounds like a resounding no.
I had
I think we have
Twitter.
one
I
more
told you my
question to
notes.
ask him.
Twitter was
well, that's-
fire. Twitter is
there's no-
fire. That's all I know.
Yeah, keep up the good work on there. Keep
I
making us
appreciate
laugh.
that.
It's entertaining.
It's great. It's great.
It's
I'm happy it makes you laugh. That's why I did it. I love making people laugh, and I appreciate
you and those
I
guys, you, King Nick, Keandre the Giant, Ryan Mead, all those guys, just awesome stuff. And it definitely
Appreciate it,
softens the blow that you get from a
Yeah.
season like this, where there's growing pains and it's frustrating to watch and all that stuff. So just
I feel like we're gonna be really good. Like 2022, when we got like Nils Lundqvist coming over, I feel like it's just only gonna go up. So, hopefully.
all right. Well, you can't go till they ask you this question, and here it is. Gun to your head. You could have one fast food chain the rest of your life. What is it?
One fast food chain.
Mm-hmm.
Chick-fil-A.
Wow. Another
Double
night.
tonight for Chick-fil-A tonight. A clean sweep for Chick-fil-A.
Fucking Generation Z.
What can I say?
I think Amanda's our age, Al.
Aren't you guys Gen Z? Whatever.
I'm a millennial, damn you.
Again, I've never had Chick-fil-A in my life, but it seems to be
Highly recommend it.
all the rage.
Get the Chick-fil-A sauce if you ever go. It's unreal. It changes your life.
Rick, we'll go to an Islanders game at the Barclays, and then we'll go across the street.
No, yeah, I'll see you there.
No, you might get shot.
You might get shot.
The Shake Shack next to Barclays is really good, though.
Shake Shack.
You get
is good.
shot there,
Shake Shack
too.
is very good.
Yeah, it's yeah.
They're
You didn't
next
hear
to
about
each other.
Barclays? Barclays burnt to the ground.
Oh,
Anyway,
thank God.
They're going back
Thank
to Long
you.
Island.
Andrew, last name redacted, Bay Shesty on Twitter. If you don't follow him, follow him. He's
Appreciate
a great
it, boys.
source of entertainment on Rangers Twitter, and it's keep up the good work, Andrew, and thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
joining
much
us.
for having me, guys.
We'll have you back. This
Thank
was
you.
great.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
And good luck in school, because
Thank
you're
you.
young.
Yeah. Last semester. I graduate in May. So
More
hopefully
power
we'll-
to you.
Congrats.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All the best. Thank you. What a show.
What a show.
What a show.
What a show.
What a
You know
show.
No one's ever asked me what my choice is for fast food, and I think everyone is. The Chick-fil-A, it's great food, but you have to think long term with the
All
fast
right,
food.
Bean. All right. All right, so gun to your head. One fast food chain the rest of your life. What is it?
You don't need the
Doesn't
gun.
matter.
It's clear, far and away winner is Wendy's. Wendy's has burgers, they have chicken, they have chili, they have dessert, they have everything. Wendy's has everything.
I turned
I'd
on my
go
camera to do
McDonald's,
this.
it's not even
No
close.
one gives a fuck about your opinion on that, Beano.
Yes, they do.
No, I
Jesus,
agree.
Billy, why are you so aggressive?
Wow,
He
he's very
came
aggressive.
he came
Billy's
in.
feeling saucy
He
tonight.
came in just to yell at me. He came in
This guy's
just to
drinking Heinekens, and he's loaded.
They are delicious.
And
I
by the
gotta
way,
get my sword.
it is Wendy's, by the way. They have baked potatoes, they have French fries, they have everything. Wendy's has everything.
Oh, yeah, for the
That's
record,
the
you're
only-
100% right.
See, he just wanted to yell at me. He just wanted to yell at me.
God, this is something else.
He just wanted to yell.
What
Wendy's
a
is
show.
clear-cut winner.
And for the second time, we just have someone getting up and walking away like it's like we're not even live.
I muted. I was still listening to the show.
AJ,
I had to pee.
did he walk or did he keel over and that was the big one?
Oh, you
He
didn't
could
hear?
be
Said
dead.
something.
He could be
He
dead.
said, "I'll be right back."
AJ, knock wherever you are. We need to know you're okay.
I did say I was
Oh, he
leaving.
did it.
I
No, that was me.
Billy, you should have let
Billy.
that go. You should have let that go.
Fucking cackling. Mute the shit, Billy.
You
Man.
never let things go on this
Billy,
show.
you might as well just come on the show now, Billy. You've been on the show the whole episode. You might as well just come on.
Well, we got to do
No,
trivia, so I got to do the
it's
timer
been-
and all that stuff.
What
It's
what
been
do
a
we have
great
left? We got
show. Don't
trivia,
ruin it.
right?
Trivia? You know what? It's time, Bill. It's time for
Trivia.
trivia. It's time for
That
trivia.
it seemed like you held trivia longer in that one.
No, that's the way it's always been.
I think he's working on it. I think they're working on it. It's getting better and better every week.
It's the same recording, but thanks.
Guys, I'd like to go first this week, just because I have a feeling that my question for the first time
Okay.
since we've been doing this is a layup. So I just want to get it out of
AJ,
the way.
we're
All
on
right,
trivia.
So I'll go first.
I got to get my board. I didn't get up to pee.
All right, so
Thanks.
here's my trivia question. Bear with me on it. All right. It is a 1-point question. In the 2003 NHL Draft, Dustin Brown, Brent Seabrook, Zach Parise, Ryan Getzlaff, Brent Burns, Ryan Kessler, Mike Richards, Corey Perry, Louis Erickson, Patrice Bergeron, Shea Weber, David Backes, and Jimmy Howard were all drafted after the Rangers selected this player.
Your 30 seconds start now.
You have, I think you
I
should
wrote-
have 15
I wrote-
seconds.
I wrote before you finished.
Yeah,
You should
me
have been
too.
writing it down.
Me too.
Wait, don't show it yet.
I want the year before you do it again. One more time.
2003.
Okay.
2003 draft. All those guys I listed were drafted before
Jeez.
the Rangers. I'm sorry, after.
After,
the Rangers
after.
10
drafted
seconds.
This guy. Go ahead, flip
I'm
him.
drawing a blank. Why am I drawing such a
Oh, wait,
blank?
don't flip him yet. Then don't flip him
Yes,
yet.
10,
Three.
5 seconds.
2,
Yeah, he's out of time.
1.
Boom.
Flip him. Flip him.
Oh, Hugh Jessman. Oh.
Hugh Jessamine is the correct answer.
I
That's a
didn't get
point
it.
for Alex, and a point for the other Alex.
Rick, I think that puts me in the lead. Just saying.
Hugh
Then you're welcome,
Jessman.
you little bitch.
I'll go.
Hugh Jessamine.
I'll go.
They could have had Patrice Bergeron.
No, they could have had
They could've had
anybody
anybody.
else, you said. Too
I
many
will go.
I think
names.
Hugh Jessamine dead. I think he might be dead.
R.I.P. Charapano.
My trivia question. On October 5th, 2005, opening night, Brendan Shanahan scored his 599th and 600th career goal against the Capitals. Who had an assist on both goals? And for a bonus extra point, who was in net that night for the Washington Capitals?
Ooh.
Your 30 seconds start now.
So it could be a 2-point question.
He had both assists?
He had an assist on both goals.
Okay.
But they might have, yeah.
What year was it?
05?
2005.
2005.
10 seconds.
All right.
3,
ready.
2, 1. Flip them.
I can't see, Beano.
Stahl
I can't.
and Kolzig. Kolzig.
Bino, move it
It's
over.
it's not in frame.
All right, you all
So-
got the assist wrong. Everybody got the goalie right, but the assist was Peter Pruka.
Ah.
Ooh, Peter
By the way,
Pruka.
that's not how you spell Mark Stahl. It's 2 A's,
Ah.
not H. You uncultured swine.
It's
Wait,
the second
so-
time he's done that.
Wait, so does no one get anything because they all get the
No,
bonus correct?
we all got 1 point. We all got 1 point.
Okay.
All right, that was a good question, Al. Damn it.
All right, I'll let
There you
Beano
go.
go. I'll let Beano
Still-
go to break up
still
his.
wrong.
Who am I?
We'll go Bino, then we'll go Cobb's question that he submitted to Toronto. Then you
Oh,
can
I
go
forgot
last.
about Cobb's question.
I didn't get it this week.
Oh,
No, he
what?
said he
Fuck
sent
him.
it.
I didn't
Slacker.
get it.
Fuck him.
Slacker.
You know
I'll
what
check
that
my
means?
phone.
He's probably in O'Connor's. But anyway, go ahead, Bino.
Literally,
All
I
right.
didn't get it.
All right,
5, 7, and 9.
because I'm down here in Florida. The New York Rangers have played the Tampa Bay Lightning 110 times since the Tampa Bay has joined the league, obviously. Which team has won a majority of those games? It's a toss-up, 50-50. Rangers or Lightning? Who has won
What?
the
It
most
can't
games?
be 50-50.
No, you're saying you have a 50-50 chance of getting
Wait,
it right.
50-50 shot. Who has won the most
110
games?
Is it one of those like trick question? It's a tie.
It's a Why do you think so much into these things? Just pick a team.
All right,
Someone's
30
a
seconds.
winner, someone's a loser.
Means it's probably a tie. I'm gonna write tie.
I'll tell you now, it's not a tie.
I don't know if you're talking to me. My computer's frozen.
It's not a tie.
Oh my god. Okay. Just
10
take a guess then. No one knows
It's
the answer to this
10
question.
seconds.
AJ, you're not frozen.
AJ, you're not
AJ.
frozen.
And
You're
I have
not
the most ridiculous.
frozen.
I'm gonna
All
have
right,
to.
no,
You're
it was
not
frozen
frozen.
on my end.
I'm gonna have to mute him, aren't I?
It was frozen on my end, and I couldn't hear anything you were saying.
Flip them.
Yes, flip him,
What was
please.
the question? Oh, all right.
Wait,
I
let
don't-
him guess. Don't say
All
it.
right, Rangers. Rangers.
Okay.
You're all wrong.
Fucking Beano.
Tampa
Why? What is it?
has won 53 to the Rangers' 52 wins and
Oh my
5
God.
ties with a
Fucking ties.
50.5% win. Tampa has won one more game, and they're not going to play them this year, obviously. So, and that was including regular season and playoffs. So,
Go ahead, AJ.
you all suck.
I'll give you two
It was
parts.
a toss-up.
So, in honor of Pavel Buchnevich's awful penalty shot attempt, who is the last Ranger to score on a penalty shot?
Your 30 seconds start now.
Do we get a year?
2015, I believe.
That doesn't help me at all. And now Billy's distracting me with the music.
10 seconds.
Are you ready?
No, wait.
Beano's ready. Al's
2.
ready.
I'm ready.
1.
Okay.
And my
Go,
computer's
go.
frozen again.
Is your computer still frozen?
You wrote fucking Blair Betts for 2015?
If you
Yep.
guys can hear me, the answer is Dan Boyle.
You all got it
Damn it!
If you
wrong.
can hear me, my computer's frozen. Beano's got his
Oh
eyes
my
closed on
God.
the screen, and I hear nothing.
I don't know why your computer keeps freezing, AJ.
He's got a
I know why.
HP
Because he
Chromebook.
touches himself at night.
I mean, who doesn't, though?
You're back, AJ.
Yeah, everybody.
Nobody
Why
got
did
it,
I,
Dan
why did I
Boyle.
write Blair Betts? Because it's 2015. It's a shot in the
Nobody
dark.
got it?
Might as well take it. It wasn't going to be right anyway.
So
I
Cobb
love
didn't give us
Blair
Blair
Betts.
Betts, huh?
Part 2.
Oh.
Of the last 10,
hey.
of the last 10 penalty shots the Rangers have attempted, how many have they converted?
30
not
seconds
shoot
start
out.
now.
Can we just hold up one
Penalty shot.
hand or one finger? Because I'm sure that's what it is.
Of the last 10, how many have they
Percentage?
converted? Just shout a number out.
3.
No, I'm gonna write it.
Well, we didn't say
3.
flip yet.
Wait.
Yeah, dunce.
My number's 3. I'm not writing it. My number's 3.
No, it is just the one by Dan Boyle.
You're a
Oh
fucking
my
asshole. God. That's a horrible ratio.
A trick question.
If you look at it, it is terrible. They're 0 for they're 1 for their last 10, and they're like 3 for their last 40.
Ah,
Awful.
that is god awful. Well, with trivia come and gone, AJ's the only one that got a point tonight, right? Oh no, we all got points on the all have cold.
You got a
question.
point.
So AJ's the only one that made up
No,
ground.
Al
Billy,
got
what
two.
are the-
I got
what are
2.
the-
I got the
Oh,
Jets.
I only got one.
Oh, he got 1. All right.
So
one
I'm on
for
the
Al, two
board.
for me.
I got one question right officially.
Billy,
I haven't
what-
got anything right.
Closing.
are the scores?
So remember when I said I would tally them all up this week and give you a tally and whatever?
I'll ask you again next week.
Yeah.
All right. That means with trivia over, it only means one thing. It's time for
Who am I?
let's go.
Wow.
Beano, it's your time to shine, babe.
Beautiful, beautiful work, guys. It's getting better and better every week.
What a show.
What a show.
What a show. Are we ready?
That's going to be on the hats, right?
Put your thinking caps on.
Oh, wait, did they get 30 seconds for this?
We get as
No,
much
no,
time
no.
as we need.
Oh, like 5 seconds.
Reasonable
Dead ass
time.
shows.
All right. I got a good one here. I thought long and hard about this, but I got a good one.
Enough with the fanfare. Just give it to us.
Who am I? I am a member of the 700 Goal Club. I played in over 1,200 games in the NHL. tallying just under 1,600 points. 400 of those points when I was a New York Ranger. From 1975 to 1981. I was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1984. But after my playing career, I coached parts of 2 seasons for the Rangers. After that, I became one of the original founders of the expansion Tampa Bay Lightning, serving as their president and general manager from 1991 to 1998. Who am I?
What the fuck?
Billy, shall I repeat for the people?
Yeah, once more with feeling.
I'm a member of the NHL's 700 goal club. Playing
It's not that
in
many
over
goals.
12. That's a lot of goals. That is a lot of goals.
I'm just kidding.
Playing in over 1,200 games, tallying just under 1,600 points. 400 of those points was a Ranger. 1975 to 81. I'm a Hockey Hall of Famer as of 1984. After my career, I coached the Rangers for parts of 2 seasons. After that, I became one of the original founders of the expansion Tampa Bay Lightning, and I served as their president and general manager from 1991 to 98. Who am I? Billy, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready to flip if you guys are ready.
Oh, I'm
to flip.
ready.
I was also
Al,
I was
hold on.
voted one of the top 100 players in the history of NHL.
Alex, are you ready to flip?
No.
Nah.
Hang on.
I can already see AJ's. It's like,
Yeah, I saw AJ's too.
There's no surprises anymore in life. He might be frozen again.
He's also muted. AJ, we
think
can't
he-
hear you.
I think he mutes himself when he's getting yelled at. That's the problem. He mutes it when he's getting yelled at.
He doesn't seem like he could hear anything we're saying.
No clue.
Flip him.
No clue. Phil Esposito, what do you got, AJ?
He must be frozen again.
He is frozen.
I'm back.
Ricky,
Brad
you are correct. Phil
Yeah, baby.
Esposito.
Uncle Phil.
And again, 2 Tampa questions. I'm in Tampa Bay. I gave both my trivia and my who am I.
Nice.
Listen, you got to have a theme.
Adjusting to the area.
You got to have a theme. I'm surprised
And-
that thing behind you hasn't frozen once.
It's 8 hours of continuous.
Nice.
And another fun fact: Phil Esposito didn't kill somebody. Did not kill somebody. In case you were wondering. Not that we know. Not that we know.
a murderer.
Not a convicted felon.
Oh God. Oh boy. Well, that was good. That was good, Bean. That's by the way, that's 2 who am I's in a row that I've identified correctly. Nicholas Sundstrom last week.
You got it right, correct, but Billy delivered it, so it's
Nobody
all about
else
the
got it
delivery.
right. Nobody else got it right.
All right. You have more trivia. You have more who am I right than I have trivia questions.
There you go. So, this has been some show. Again, thank
What
you
a
to
show.
Amanda Cohen. Thank you to Andrew Chesty. Looking ahead at the Rangers schedule, we have Capitals tomorrow afternoon. I believe Shesterkin will be
12:30.
starting,
He is.
as he should. What are we looking for in this game? What are we carrying over? Any hot takes for tomorrow?
I carry over a win and a hot take. Blackwell scores again.
Ooh, I like it.
AJ, hot take?
I don't have a hot take, but they got to shake the lines up a little bit. Let Mika play with Panarin. Jack Johnson's got to be on the bench.
Not going to happen.
Well, Keandre's coming
Unless
back.
Keandre's back.
Yeah, he should be back.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, because they said he would have played.
But who
the other day if
sits?
he could,
Jack
if he had to.
Johnson or Anthony Botetto, who's been playing really well?
He's
been playing
Botetto
great.
and Hayek. Outside of that one horrible play by Hayek, trying to clear the puck up the middle, Hayek and Botetto, I have not been mad at them at all. Botetto had a great game last night, actually. And he got power play time.
It's probably Hayek. I think Hayek will be the guy that will.
I
The
like
odd man
Hayek.
out.
So Hayek and Botetto should stay together. I mean, it's a development year, right? So at least develop Hayek a little bit or see what you have. See, even if he's nothing, and you build him a little bit so you can trade him for a 5th or 6th pick.
My earpods died.
My computer's frozen again, so I don't know if you're hearing me.
We can hear you.
But I'll go fuck myself. Continue.
Going back to the
ahead,
last
Beano.
game, Brendan Smith was like, you know, when they do a little spotlight, you know, Brendan Smith had a goal, +1, played like 15 minutes. You know why he really wanted to play a spotlight that night? He was playing with Jack Johnson, and he had a goal, and he was +1. That's why he was the player spotlight, because it's a miracle that he did that well playing with Jack Johnson. I wish Jack Johnson wasn't playing, but he's going to play, and
He's definitely going to play.
It's going to be Hijack, and DiBiadetto will play, but whatever.
What I don't understand is that, you know, we saw all these things come out like the draft war room, and they're all sitting there at that big long table talking about, oh, I'm going to move up and draft Schneider, and we're going to pick Lafreniere. At what point in one of these meetings did someone chime in and say, you know who we should sign? Jack Johnson. And then someone else was like, you know what? I like that.
You know who it was?
Let's give
You
him
know
$1
who it
million.
was?
Jacques Martin?
No, it was JD. That's all John Davis. That's John Davidson written all over it. I love JD, but that was his. He was in Columbus, it's
It just confounds
somehow
me.
He's
He's
good
so
guy,
bad.
He
He's
is
so
bad.
bad. I feel bad like that he's this bad. He's terrible.
I actually think I really thought about that. He was the guy that this team doesn't have a captain. Like, oh, this Jack Johnson is a career guy. He might come in and be a guy in this locker room, and he's not been.
No.
He could be. He could be the guy in the locker room, but he's not playing like a guy that should lead a team. It's a disaster. Jack Johnson's been a disaster.
My hot take for tomorrow: Mika Zibanejad scores a goal. He gets off the schneid, or at the very least an assist. Like he's getting on the score sheet tomorrow. And the Rangers beat the Capitals again tomorrow. Is that a hot take? Maybe, but that's the hot take. Of course, they'll run into the Flyers again next week. You have to expect that maybe those 4 guys that were not playing last night will play in those games with that added time off. I know they're not going to Lake Tahoe. Those 4 guys, Giroux and Lawton, Konechny, and Voracek. So
I'm a little disappointed that the Rangers aren't going to Lake Tahoe.
It was close. I think it was close, but
undefeated in outdoor games, they could have used it.
So it's Vegas and Colorado? Is that the game?
Vegas, Colorado, Boston, Philly.
By the way, that
Garbage.
outside rink looks awesome.
It does. I saw it.
It,
I saw the
it
guy
looks
today
like the
and-
rink that you play threes in NHL,
Yeah.
the video game on.
Yeah.
Like looks like it's in the middle of nowhere.
Whoever the guy on the Golden Knights was around today, like skating around here, almost like a selfie stick. It looked awesome. It did look awesome, but
It's really
Whatever.
cool.
whatever. We don't need to go out there and play that game. Let's get our own shit together and not worry about
I don't think I'm going to watch a single second of any of those games.
When is it? This weekend?
I don't know. I don't even know when it is because I don't care.
Who gives a shit is right. Hope they all get COVID. Hope they all get COVID like
Whoa. Nah, maybe. I don't know.
Anyway,
Yeah, anyway, this has been a hell of a show, fellas, as it always is.
What a show.
But we can't go anywhere until I ask you this question. Actually, until Gordon Ramsay asks you this question.
Any last words, you f***ing donkeys?
So,
I'm going to go first before my computer freezes again.
please do.
I have a mea culpa to make. I have to apologize to the guys at We Bleed Blue for the slanderous accusations I made that they don't serve the generously sized community. I said they don't make XXX. They do. There's one of 2 problems happened. Either there are a lot of fat guys who are also Ranger fans who just bought up all the XXX, or there's just not a lot of triple fat people out there, so they don't carry a lot. They brought them back in stock. I bought a few. I put my money where my mouth is. I apologize for the slander.
I think you did it, AJ. You're a man of the people. You spoke, and they replenished their stock.
Takes a big man to apologize, and you are that man. Gentlemen.
I'll go. I just want to reiterate the code Ranger Things for cover your face off.
Back it up a little bit.
Coveryourfaceoff.com.
Code
The
Ranger
code
Things for
10% off Ranger Things.
I liked
you
your
for
other
them coming on again.
that was nice artwork. I think your other artwork was better, but that was nice.
I think I need to pick up my whiteboard.
Yeah, I think next
Yeah,
time
you
it'd be
definitely
nice
do.
to know so that I can put like a nice splash
It's-
screen for that.
It's in my closet. Beano?
Yes, it's glad. I'm glad to be back here on the Rage of Things, and for an update for all you people who want to know, I am friends with Natalina on Instagram. I don't know if I made it public. It's public. We are friends on Instagram, so I know people wanted to know. That's it.
That's our last words. A couple days ago now, Brandon Dubinsky announced his retirement from the NHL. 393 games as a Ranger, 213 points, 81 goals, 132 assists, but he was more than just that. That guy was a definition of a glue guy. I was a huge Dubinsky fan. When I think of him launching the Gatorade container after getting kicked out of a game or taking a misconduct penalty, whatever it is. Of course, he was involved in the trade that brought Rick Nash here and sent him to Columbus. But I thought Dubinsky was a great Ranger, great player with all those intangibles, and of course, the 2008 recipient of the Steve McDonald Extra Effort Award. Happy retirement, Doobie. You were a great Ranger. Enjoy the next phase of life. And thanks for the memories. No cuts, no butts, no cocoa nuts. This has been the Ranger Things Have Happened podcast. We will see you next week. Talk about all the Ranger things happening between now and then. We'll talk about the temperature of David Quinn's seat, although I think it's pretty cool compared to what Alex thinks. Thank you, Billy, for the work you do. Thank you to Amanda Cohen, who Cover Your Face Off, as Alex just reiterated. CoverYourFaceOff.com. Code Ranger Things this weekend for a 10% discount. That's legit. Thank you, Andrew Base Shesty on Twitter. Keep us laughing. Keep those memes coming. The future is bright if Andrew is the youth of America. And thank you to Beano, to AJ, to Alex, and of course to Billy Trotter, the man behind the pod. We will see you next week. And we thank you for watching. This has been the Ranger Things Have Happened podcast. Let's go Rangers. Beat the Caps tomorrow. Happy St. John's Day for all that are celebrating tomorrow.